Welcome back to the Lovely podcast, my dear listeners. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as fascinating as it is essential: unlocking the secrets of sexual fulfillment. Did you know there are over 20 different types of orgasms? That's not a typo. 20. And yet, most people only know about 2 or 3. Now, I'm thrilled to have my wonderful friend Sarah joining me today. Sarah has been an integral part of these conversations in my life, always curious, insightful, and full of wisdom. Together, we'll explore the groundbreaking research that's challenging everything we thought we knew about pleasure, intimacy, and connection. Plus, we'll sprinkle in some personal stories because, well, you know how we roll here at the Lovely podcast. So, grab a cup of tea or a glass of wine and let's get into it.
Leah, you had me at 20 types of orgasms. I mean, how have we been missing out on this treasure trove of information?
Right? And the research blew my mind. It's not just about physical sensations. It's about understanding the body, the mind, and how they work together. But here's what really struck me. Only 25% of women consistently experience orgasm during intercourse. Yet, society has created this narrative that it should happen every time. It's like we've been set up for frustration.
And that disconnect doesn't just affect individuals. It impacts relationships too. I remember early in my own marriage, we just assumed we were supposed to figure it out without ever talking about it. Spoiler alert, we didn't figure it out until we started having those difficult conversations.
Oh, same here. I'll never forget the first time I broached the topic of arousal patterns with my partner. I was nervous, but once we started talking, it was like a light bulb moment. We realized we'd been operating with completely different timelines and expectations. Did you know the average time to arousal can vary by up to 40 minutes between partners? That's why communication is so crucial.
It's wild, isn't it? Research shows that couples who openly discuss their intimate lives are 80% more likely to report satisfaction in their relationships. But here's the kicker: nearly 70% of couples never have these conversations.
And that's why this new concept of sexual soulmate pacts is so revolutionary. It gives couples a framework to start those conversations without the awkwardness. I tried it with my partner, and it was a game changer. It wasn't just about sex. It was about connection, understanding, and creating a safe space to express our needs.
Exactly. And let's not forget the impact of stress. Chronic stress can reduce sexual desire by up to 85%. That hit close to home for me during a particularly challenging year. But practicing mindful intimacy techniques made a huge difference. It's amazing how much stress melts away when you're truly present with your partner.
Absolutely. And the science backs it up. Couples who practice mindful techniques report a 70% reduction in stress-related intimacy issues. Speaking of science, I came across a study about novelty in long-term relationships that I found so inspiring. Did you know couples who try new experiences together are 80% more likely to maintain passion long-term?
I love that. It's not about extreme changes. It's about adding little sparks of excitement. My husband and I recently made a sex life bucket list, and it's been so much fun exploring it together.
Sarah, that's brilliant. And it ties into one of my favorite findings. Sexual satisfaction can actually increase with age when couples prioritize education and communication. Nearly 65% of couples over 50 who invest in their intimate knowledge report better experiences than in their younger years. That's such an empowering message, isn't it?
It really is. It shows that intimacy is a journey, not a destination. We can keep learning and growing together no matter where we are in life.
Wow, my lovely listeners, this has been such an enlightening and empowering conversation. If there's one takeaway from today, it's this. Intimacy is about more than physical connection. It's about understanding, communication, and intentionality. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me and sharing your insights. You always bring such warmth and wisdom to these discussions.
Thank you, Leah. It's always a joy to join you and connect with your amazing audience.
And to all of you tuning in, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one thing you've learned about intimacy that's transformed your relationships? Share your answers in the comments below and let's keep this conversation going. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, live boldly, love deeply, and keep exploring the beautiful possibilities of connection. Bye for now.